You know what? Since I'm bored and I need to exercise anyway, I'm gonna try walking towards this park over here. I mean, I get to take it easy doing so. So freaking hell with it. Yeah, they're still doing. Ooh, gotta watch my step. Yeah, I'll find another way. I'm not so sure-footed around here anymore like I was, even just earlier in the year. Yeah, as you guys could probably tell, that little marathon or whatever's still crapping in it. Yeah, the park that we got over here got a horseshoe. Oh, I'd have to get a better look at this building. Probably do some maintenance shit or something. Yeah, some kind of storage shed, whatnot. I'm pretty sure that was made way back in the Depression era, and they probably had other purposes for it at the time. But yeah, part of the thing I wanted to show real quick. We actually have a horseshoe park for those that actually still play. I don't know of anybody that actually plays horseshoes anymore. I haven't known anybody that did that for years, and it was always the old timers. I guess I can't park my ass overnight. Oh, darn. I am more of the horseshoe bullshit. Alright. Alright, let's see. We got some kind of building over here. Not quite sure what it was used for offhand, but oh yeah, I wanted to remind myself. We do have this life-size version of a chessboard here. I believe that was recently added. Whoa. Gotta be careful. My depth perception still isn't all that great, considering one eye's good, the other one is gonna be worked on Tuesday. break over at this building over here. Bunch of people on the other side of the bench, so I'll come over here where I'm out of the way. I think I'm gonna have a better view of what I want to do anyway, so yeah, I know a lot of this equipment here in this park. I think that was actually within the last, I think that was added within the last couple of years, I want to say. Oh, I miss old school, not the old school, but the old playground equipment where you actually got a little rashes from the metal slides, splinters from some of the equipment. And yes, I can't remember where, if that, let's see, I'm trying to remember where that cabin was originally located. If that was the original spot for it, or what in the heck. Suppose it don't matter. I'll try to get you all up there so we can get a better look-see. Oh, and this other building that's we're also approaching, well, it'll be, yeah, that one. Oh, that was some kind of public works project way back in the Depression. I think it had been like a VFW and at one point. Can't remember what else it was used for, but I know VFW at one point. I keep thinking this is just, well, I want to say this is just the replica, but yeah. Now I think this building, they've had, I think it's classic rock bar here at one point. A couple of other facilities in there at one point or another, usually involving some kind of bar and grill. Yeah, I think since I was in the area last, yeah, they've definitely changed up the property a bit on the park. Didn't have this mound of a ring around of dirt or whatever. Yeah, my old ass has to take things easier. Oof. Yeah, I can't tell if any of you could tell, but I'll try to. Used to be at Wells Fargo. Oh, trying to think of how long that's been closed now. So I'll try to get on the parking lot and, ooh, yeah, not always so steady on my feet. Not like I used to be. Yeah, I think what they got over here now is more like a catering facility. Gotta have a little money to go to a place like that, from what I've been able to notice. right over there used to be the Moorhead Center Mall. If I remember right, it's supposed to be a mixed use facility. There's going to be some commercial, some apartments, some piece of the property I think is going to be a new library. Yeah, because I think they're going to eventually tear down the current location. I don't know if I'm going to really make the effort to walk far enough over to show anybody today. Just because I'm feeling a little freaking lazy, you know. Oh yeah, the place that's here is River Haven. And yeah, that was at least the through street for quite a while. I don't know if they're going to permanently close it or what the hell the plan is, but down there where you can see that tall building, that's the Moorhead City Hall. I think they're planning on, I think when a lot of this construction is done, I think they're going to move their offices. Well, at least if I remember right, I think they're going to move their offices to part of this new construction, tear down that building, and then use what's, the spot for whatever part of their project is going to be there. Yeah, part of it's going to be a library, part of it's going to be like a community event center, or community center of some sort. Yeah, you could about imagine standard stuff with a community center. Let's see, community center, library, I think some government offices for the city of Moorhead. I can't remember what else they're going to use, but it's a combination of public use, private use for housing, and commercial. But yeah, the center mall that had been there had been pretty much a dead mall for years. Probably talking 25, 30 years easily. It had been built way back in the 70s, and yeah, I think somewhere during the late 80s or I think up to the mid 90s, I think it pretty much slowly met its demise. Just because I think everybody had gone further west. Because I think a big expansion for a lot of the, just a lot of the major business was going further and further west in Fargo towards the mall, and yeah, I guess even well past West Acres, really. And those that weren't going further west were going a lot further south of town, building in what used to be farmland. So yeah, I guess it's just one big case of everybody's going to the west and the south, and areas like this we're seeing far less traffic, far less shopping, whatever. But I guess what it is Moorhead is just, excuse me, that was a low-flying duck if any of you heard that. But yeah, it's like, yeah, I think Moorhead's trying to do what they can to revitalize certain properties, to bring the business in, make it more attractive to live in certain parts of Moorhead that had otherwise been long since abandoned and or nobody gave a crap anymore. So yeah. Anywho, go over into the park a little bit more. I try to avoid this section of the sidewalk so I don't interfere with anything like their equipment. Choo choo. Choo choo. Ooh. Might have to sit at the bench for, or I'd seat for a little bit, take a load off my feet. Don't quite have the stamina that I used to, yo. Maybe I can watch a choo-choo. Choo-choo. I don't walk around like as well as I used to. Oh. Yeah, maybe I'll be a little careful over there. Depth perception and all. Yeah, I think what I'm going to do is head back to Riverview Heights. I think I've got way too much excitement for one day. Yeah, that's too much excitement. Can't handle all this fun. And if things work out right, my brother, big boy, Salty Dog, he's going to try to see if I can hitch a ride to church with him in the Sunday morning. Yeah, I'm not normally a church goer. Unlike my brother, I usually don't believe in things like God, but then again, some people might think that churching up might do you a little good as well, so yeah, I ain't gonna knock it. If it's good, it's good. Whatever. Besides, I personally think the pastor's a good guy anyway, so I suppose that probably is what matters. Oh yeah, the former Fairmont the former Fairmont Creamery. At one point that was an Eventide nursing home or what. I'm not sure it was a nursing home, assisted living. Pretty much the same thing at one point. I need this public meeting pole. Just because, yeah, I've definitely turned into a bit of a wimp with no stamina. Oh, if this is what it's like to get old, I don't want any more of it. I seriously don't want any more of it. Getting too old for this crap. Getting too old to get old. Way I see it, I just need something better, you know. But from what I'm gonna mention, since I'm heading back to the Riverview Heights, yeah, I know it's an older building. I know it's Section 8 housing. I'm not gonna deny any of that. I'm not gonna be like one of those jerks on the internet that tries to make everything look better than it and sound better than it is. Hell no. I am not gonna be that kind of a dick. I'm just gonna flat out admit I always struggled with finances and making money, and housing costs got way too high. This will probably allow me to live with a little less fear of having to worry about things like evictions and other bullshit. With that being the case, hell yeah, I'm not gonna knock it. Because honestly, it may not be anything impressive as a building, but you know what? I really don't need anything special. Just 3 hots and a cot, someplace to keep warm and dry, ability to shower as I need to, place where I can literally just rest my head as needed. So yeah, it's not like I have to have the finest facilities, I'm near a bus stop within very easy walking distance. Well, I suppose easy for the average person. Not trying to loop that in with anybody that has a physical disability, but yeah, for the average adult, it's a reasonable walk. So, yeah. I don't have to worry about paying for utilities or none of that crap. So, I'm going to look at that as I'm going to look at all this as a major plus and go, you know what? I can live with it. I can simply live with my choices and actually be reasonably happy. Because over time I can make it kind of my own, make it feel a little more like home, make it feel less like just an empty space and more like an actual home that I appreciate being in, knickknacks or whatever else. So yeah, let's all see how this shit goes. I'm just trying to, I guess I need to just keep myself optimistic that life is getting better a little at a time. I have to remind myself that, as long as I got good people in my life, or at least one good person, that's all I really need. Shout out to my good buddy and brother, the Salty Dog. While I'm at it, I'll give a shout out to Dandelions. Shout out to Roadhog. Oh, crap. Who else did I want to give a shout out to? Let's see. Gold Skull. I want to give a shout out to that guy because, do I really need an excuse other than, I guess he's just awesome. Like I really need an excuse. Yeah, hope you all have a good evening, and I shall talk to you later.